Well, springtime is upon us here in Texas, and it's time for another unboxing. This one is one that some people will think, hey, haven't you had one of these already? And the answer is yes, but not equipped exactly like this one. So I'm going to get the box open, and from there, I'll come back. All right, so if you've been around for a while on this show, you know that I have a penchant for Les Pauls, and I have had a very similar model to this in the past. As a matter of fact, it should be the exact same model, but this one is the same color as the last one, and because of that, hang on. So this one will be eerily similar to the one I've had in the past, though a little bit different because, of course, the top will be different, but also because of some appointments on it. And that is a 60s standard in tri-burst. And that top has some serious movement that I cannot pick up with the camera on the phone. But this one, so is a 60 standard, and it is at its core something I've had in the past. And I had a tri-burst 60 standard that looked very similar, though not quite as active a top as this one has. But it had the regular 60s Grovers, and this one is running on some green key Gibson Deluxes. So it is different, which of course, you know, mod shop guitar, right? Well, this one is absolutely beautiful. Not a lot of movement on the back or anything. Need to see it in the daylight to be sure, but it does have a beautiful back and neck to it. So the big thing about this one, though, is while it is just a 60 standard, it does have a set of Custombuckers in there. And because of those tuning keys combined with the Custombucker pickups, it's essentially a RO. So it's kind of like a 1960 reissue with all the same appointments and everything, just a little bit different bridge and stuff like that. But overall, it is a very similar build to what you would get with a 1960 reissue, but with without the custom shop setup. So it'll be interesting to hear what these pickups, and also I want to know how they wired it, because it says it's hand wired. So I am curious as to whether it's PCB hand wired or just hand wired. Be interesting to get in there and find out what all is inside. But overall, the case is beautiful, and the guitar is not disappointing at all. An absolute looker, for sure. So, what exactly do we get in the case? That is the next question. The little half deal with a couple of picks. All your normal stuff. This is one of the Costa Rican made cases. Got your normal Gibson strap, dry pack, keys. I'm going to presume that everything in here is standard fare. Pretty standard though. This right here is new, and it has all the brands on the back of it, And this right here is new, at least for me. So, like I say, I haven't seen this one yet, but anyway, guitar, you know, the multi-tool, polishing cloth, all that stuff standard fare. But these two guys right here are newer than not. So interesting to see those little additions in there. So anyway, I'm going to give it a little time to acclimate. So I'll probably start the video tomorrow or the next day, bringing it back in to do a basic playing sample. And the next one after that, I might go ahead and just take it apart to make sure that those Custombuckers are in there. Because if they are not, I'm going to have to let them know. But if they are in there, then that'll guarantee, and it'll also give us an idea of what all's in there. But this fretboard is very dry. So while pretty, I'm really anxious to see what it looks like once it doesn't, once it's a little more, once a little moisturized. Anyway, so next time you see this will probably be the next day, maybe even two. So be back shortly. So I decided to start off on the back of this one because it's not really dirty, and actually it's really super duper clean. I mean, look at how, I mean, you would expect this for a guitar that's not but like 3 months old, but the fact that it's super clean, it's made me decide to go ahead and go onto the back first. So I'm curious as to how this one is wired, and it's not a PCB. It is the standard pots, just wired like regular stuff. It does have the plate that it mounts to, so it's a pre-wired setup. But other than that, it's exactly what you would think of as a hand-wired system. So kudos to them for truth in advertising. I just want to take a moment to appreciate this top a little bit more. There is some really nice motion on this top, and it's sort of coming through on the video, but it is a lot better than the last one. The last one was good. It was just more of a plain top, and this is definitely more of a flame top. It's got a really pretty good book matching overall, considering what it is. But like I say, pretty happy with the way that top looks. But now it's time to take some other stuff off. So this guitar really doesn't need a lot of cleaning on the top, so we're not going to be doing, or I'm not going to be doing, because there's no we to this, I'm not going to be doing any kind of special work to the top or cleaning or anything like that. The overall setup of this guitar is actually really nice. I did actually go ahead and spend a couple of minutes just to make sure that the electronics worked before I decided to take anything apart. And I gotta tell you, I like the way these pickups sound. So even if they aren't Custombuckers, I'll be curious as to what they are, because they sound really, really good. And they are super duper responsive. They do not push the amp very hard, and you'll hear that in the sound demonstration. But like I say, it's impressive how nice these pickups are. So I'm hoping they actually are Custombuckers, because that would give me reason to believe that Custombuckers really are as amazing as people seem to think they are. And you know, like I say, it gives a tone that is really nice. Like I say, you'll hear it in the sound demonstration, but I just wanted to make sure that everything worked before I did anything, so I'd know what to look for. And of course, then I put it up here and discovered that everything is on the level with, you know, hand-wired setup. So that's pretty neat. Pretty intrigued by that little setup. So anyway, all right, pushing pause to get this bridge off. So one last look at this fretboard before I condition it. So this will be a good before and after moment. So it really is a pretty fretboard. I mean, the colors of it are really nice, very rosy. So I am very much looking forward to seeing what this looks like once it's been conditioned. Now, since we're here, time to pull these out and see what they are. If I got the screws all the way out. Yep, there it is. So, wonder what TT is. Yep, patent applied for. I believe that's the mark of the ones that are the Custombuckers. Like I say, it doesn't say anything else. And I think that that's what I've seen people say about these, is that they don't have any other markings on them. Oh, look at that. That's an interesting set of numbers there at the top. Yep, PAF sticker. Looks right for me. So I'll be interested to hear what the output is on these. But like I say, LP5 or PS6 G24. Interesting. Well, all right. Time to put some conditioner on that fretboard. So that is the difference you want to see on a fretboard. So much darker and better looking. Much healthier than what it was looking like. Something I've noticed on this fretboard though. Can you spot it? Some of the nibs are missing. So like partial nibs are there, but not all the way. So it's interesting. Like down here, you can see that down here you can see that they're more pronounced. But up here at the top, they don't have as big of nibs. And I've seen guitars that have been refretted, so I don't think this one's been refretted. But for it to have them down here and not up there, it's just kind of different. I wonder if that's a 60 spec that I don't know about. So if anybody knows that what that is, if that's a 60 spec, small nibs or something like that, let me know in the comments, because I'm curious now. So, but yeah, much healthier looking now, and much more like what you want to see on an actual Les Paul. So one thing I did notice about this neck pickup is it is really low. Like it's actually on the back part of the pickup ring, it is actually below the back part of the ring. I don't think I've ever seen that on Gibson or Epiphone Les Pauls before, so that's different. So this one looks normal, like it always does. But that one right there, like I say, if you can get a good picture of it, it's actually below the back part of the pickup ring, which no big deal. I'm gonna make sure that, but it was like that when I first picked it up too, and I was like, I didn't even think about it until I was putting it back together and realized how incredibly low how incredibly low that pickup is. So, and now my camera won't focus on it. There you go. Anyway, something else I noticed, and I can't really make it happen on camera, but these inlays came to life once the actual conditioner was put on there, and rubbing it on there just cleaned them up and took them from dull to vibrant. I'm trying to find an angle that'll really show that off, but there's a lot of pretty in this particular set of inlays, and that's something I'm also not used to seeing on Gibson USA stuff. So that was kind of a different deal for me. I thought that was pretty neat. Alright, so everything's back together, all strung back up, testing out the pickups. 7.5 in the neck, 7.49 in the bridge, and together 3.7475. So basically matched pickups in the neck and bridge. So how about that? So looks like they're a match set, and that would correlate. I think those numbers correlate with Custombuckers. I'll look and make sure before I do the playing, the rest of the playing sample and everything. So I'll look it up just to make sure. But like I say, that fretboard looks so much better. I don't know why they don't condition those at the factory, or maybe they do and they just sit for long enough that they don't, that it just dries out. But man, I'd like to think that something that this new would not have that problem, but who knows. All right, time to do some playing. So, did a little research, and everything I can find points to these being Alnico 3 Custombuckers. Some of them have, labels on them that do say Custombucker, Custombucker lead, Custombucker rhythm, stuff like that. But the ones that are listed as the Alnico 3 Historics do not have anything on them. So they are just there, and they don't have any kind, they just have the PAF and that's it. So Custombucker Historics. So, this guitar really is pretty close to, with the upgrades that the mod shop did, like the Deluxe, green key. Double rings would be what you would get on a 1960 reissue, so an RO. But the pickups and everything all seem to match up to what you would get with a RO. So this is like a Gibson USA version of an RO, and I'm okay with that. So pretty flamey top with some nice wood grain on it. Overall, I got nothing but love for this guitar. And again, here's what I'm talking about. This guitar is clean in ways that is just unique. Like I say, it doesn't push the amp. Even when turned, everything is turned to 10 right now on the front pickup. And it's the same with the lead pickup. But the neck pickup for me steals the show, because it is but it just sings. And like I say, bridge pickup does a good job too. I mean, it's clean. But it has a nice twang to it. So they're both really good. Now, throw a little fuzz on them and they become They become nice. I mean, like I say, that's the bridge. Swap it over to the neck. And in the middle, they even themselves out. And it's not just that. You can throw the metal zone on it. So, pick a sound. It does it all well. I'm impressed with these pickups. The guitar itself is comfortable. Neck, it's broad, listed as a slim taper, and more in line with a custom in the 60s. Though I will say this, I have that 59. Well, the 59 that I have is one of those special edition ones that has the 60s V2 necks on it. So it had that neck profile and this neck profile feel very similar, though there's a little more chunk to the 60 V2 neck. So it'll be interesting to do a side by side, which I will be doing with those two guitars. This guitar, the 59 and the 58, will all get put up next to each other because they have three sets of pickups that I have always wondered about, and that is Burstbucker 2s, the Memphis Historic Spec, and now the Alnico 3, historic Custombuckers. So at the end of the day, I'm really curious to listen to all three of them because these are my three favorite guitars. I really do think this might trump the Adam Jones, and it's probably because of the pickups. And I recognize that that's kind of being a pickup snob, but wow, these are really good. And this one was a good price considering it's got a set of $500 pickups in it. So like I say, save the $500 worth of going out and buying it for yourself. Even if you got a used set, it'd be probably $250 to $300. So Gibson demo shop mod guitar with some cool upgrades, and like I say, it's a true player. I gotta tell you, I might have to keep this one. This one's really nice, and it feels good, plays good, neck is comfortable, beautiful rosewood neck, and those Custombucker pickups. So anyway, looking forward to doing some more on this, to putting this one up against some other ones, because this one was easily half the price of the other two. So not a bad day. Till next time.